Today we will go over MLA format. You will write all of the papers in your ENC 1101 class in MLA format. So let's go over some general guidelines. First, let me open Microsoft Word. This version is 2007. The first thing you want to do is set the margins for your paper. MLA format requires 1-inch margins all around the page. This is standard for most versions of Word. However, just to double check, let's go to Page Layout, Margins, and select Normal. Now we have set our margins to 1 inch all around the page. The second thing we want to do is insert a header. Let's double-click in the top corner of the page and select Page Number, Top of Page, and Plain Number 3. Now, type your last name. Now you have successfully entered a header which should read your last name and the page number for each successive page. The next thing we need to do is enter some information about your paper, such as your name, your class, the date, and the assignment. The information that's required in this area differs from professor to professor, so double check to make sure what is expected of you. The next thing we need to do is add the title. Make sure that you select the center text option and then type the title. If you'll notice, I haven't italicized my title, put it in quotation marks, or added a period. When you do your title, it's not necessary to capitalize smaller words such as prepositions or articles. In this case, in and the are not capitalized. In the event that an article or preposition is the first letter of the title, we would go ahead and capitalize it because it's the first word in the title. The next thing we want to do is align the text back to the left and begin formatting the text. I'm going to go ahead and add some text. MLA format requires that your entire paper be double-spaced. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of the text and select Paragraph, Line Spacing, and select Double-Spaced. Make sure you check the box Don't add space between paragraphs of the same style to eliminate unnecessary gaps. Now that I've double-spaced my paper, I want to go ahead and change the font to Times New Roman 12-point font. Times New Roman 12-point font is standard for MLA format. The next thing I want to do is make sure that the first line of each paragraph is indented. Some people might be used to indenting by hitting the space bar 5 times. However, it's recommended that you indent by just hitting the Tab key. Now you have successfully placed your paper in MLA format. When you're required to do things such as in-text citations or a works cited page, MLA format can become somewhat more complicated. We will go over these topics in a later podcast.